So what I get a lot of young lads messaging me saying, oh, how do you keep your work so immaculately clean? And a lot of it is just preventing getting muck on your board and just not being careless. You get a lot of these fellas on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, and there's more muck around them than there is in the fucking joints, the building. And it's just, you know, keep tidy, keep clean. It's not difficult at all. Now, like this for argument's sake, now these bricks, and obviously you misjudge it sometimes, don't quite have enough to do your next part, got a bit of muck on, and it's flick, or they lay beds massively high, which I'll show you now. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, just for demonstration. So like this, right? More muck needed. Look how thick it is, right? So you'll see there's black poly on them bricks. Just to show you something in a minute. So look, this next one, it'll be high. Look, so retrieve, flick, retrieve, flick, retrieve, flick. That's what you'll see. Or you'll see this. They get a massive trowel for it and they go, oh look, and they won't give a fuck about it. They'll just leave it, and then they're standing that, and it'll be on the end of their boot, and then that'll end up transpire to be on their wall. But really and truly, if you get that bed right, I mean I haven't now because I've just done what I said not to do. If you get that bed right, what you should be left with is enough to bed to put your next brick. All over there. And the other thing is just consistency. Use of the board. Right, so I mean obviously there's all these fancy boards now and all the stands and whatever, but I mean I'm too tight to buy them, I'm totally honest with you. But another thing you can do to prevent muck dropping everywhere is just keep that front of the board clear. And when your Ollie brings you some more muck, just put it to the back. So you've always got that clear playing field, so to speak, so that you're not scooping into it and knocking it off the edge, because quite often what you'll see dollops everywhere like this, like that, and you can't keep brickwork clean when you've got to scrape every brick you lay off. Like that one for argument's sake, you'll see brickers all the time doing that. Fucking rough as fuck. If you don't get it on there, you ain't got to get it off. But as you can see, what Ollie will do in a minute is pan it round, and you'll see that every joint is full. And you'll say, oh, he's slow. Yeah. But obviously when I'm demonstrating, I'm talking away, I'm not going to be going lightning speed, but even then, just that efficiency. And obviously the bricks vary a little bit, so sometimes you might have to retrieve twice.
Oh, yeah, I think that the teeth is wrong forward.
Now one thing you don't often see online is buttering all the ends. So that one there, with that one, pick that one up, and then lift both ends of that. What you should get is 2 relatively full joints. I mean, they're better than if you didn't. It's not quite full, as you can see, but it's you know, in there. Is that nice? Count as you are, Ollie. Don't pretend I'm not here because you go to pop, mate. No, so basically what I said in the first video about keeping clean, keeping neat, not worrying about speed, keeping tidy, you can see that it's monkey see, monkey do. Now, I'm not calling Ollie a monkey, although he is a bit of one. What I'm saying is, like, you'll get young lads and they'll see what they see on the online. You know, you see numerous people on there saying they can lay this a minute, an hour, blah blah blah, this many a day. So all these young lads, they're sort of trying to keep up. They don't need to. I mean, Ollie's been doing, he's the first time he had a go on brickwork, I think it was late November, but I mean, my way of teaching is basically when he's ahead, he can then have a go. And I mean, we set up this wall today so that he could do a corner. This is his first corner. His first pier with a corner coming off it. So he's doing all right, to be fair. You can see it's as neat as anybody. But he ain't hurried, and I've told him not to hurry. And that is a result of teaching the right, correct things and preaching the right things and telling him, you know, don't worry about speed, don't worry about this. Just make sure it's as tidy and as neat and clean as you possibly can. And he's delivered again. But not everyone, not every young lad is fortunate enough to have someone that is going to take the time and is going to be willing to wait and that. I mean, on these sites, like, come on, hurry up, you know, we got this to do, we got to earn money, blah blah blah. And I mean, these are damp bricks. These ain't dry bricks. I mean, the majority of them are damp. There's a few dry ones in, but I mean, he's done a cracking job. From saying how speed doesn't matter to actually a little bit of practice for super trowel. But what you've got to bear in mind is I've learnt my skills and I know what I can let go, what I can't let go, what little things are going to help me, and so on and so forth. So I would say my bed joints aren't as good as they normally are. I mean, this is standard laying, this is speed laying, so you can see there's a couple of holes in my bed joint in that, so there's a little bit room for improvement. As to there, that's all obviously full joints, full bed joints. So a nice little run. I mean, it's 35 bricks long, so it's way up. Nearly tripped then. Glad the camera's facing the other way. So this is 35 bricks long. In super trowel, it's going to be 40 bricks long, but you know, it gives you a good sort of idea of how long that is. I won't say how long it's taken. I've only done the top 4 courses. Obviously I've got to tweak my style a little bit just to go that little bit faster, but even then it's still, I would still say it's decent. I mean, can't have one fucking topsy day without rain, can we?
No.
The old super trowel fucking top half is not as good as my bottom half. And it's a little bit on the wet side. Right.
Yeah, I thought it went pretty well today. There's a couple of moments where it was a bit testing, but for the majority of it, I thought it went well. I think the biggest thing was just the little things you got to remember, making sure you double check it.
thing is, that wasn't just a rack back corner, was it? You had a pier on the end of it as well. So
Yeah.
you've got about, well, you've got full 5 plumbing points plus, well, 6 plumbing points, and then you've got the rack back. So
Yeah.
you did alright.
Yeah, I thought so.
And obviously, because the front was done, you already had the gauge set, which was fortunate for you.
Handy, yeah.
I mean, when we do the piers above, obviously you got to be a bit, you know, saying you got to be a bit up on your gauge and out the tape, which is something you didn't do today because you didn't have to because you were coming up from it had already run in.
Yeah.
It's not particularly easy. It's so easy to start to let them spread and to turn on itself and get twisted. It was square at the top. Well, I guess it was square at the bottom, but I mean, when I come over, I saw that it was square. Like I was saying earlier, though, like obviously you showed yesterday. I mean, everybody on YouTube don't follow us on Instagram, but obviously I might even do it on the video. But you know, like yesterday, you could see you can lay bricks to the line quite comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of little tweaks here and there, but that just comes with just repeatedly keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, progress is definitely being made. And then obviously on that corner, I mean, they'll see the corner, obviously, because I'll take the videos of it.
Yeah.
On that corner, that's as neat as most. I mean, the joints are full. I mean, them bricks, they vary so much.
Yeah,
It's unbelievable. I mean, some of them vary about 7 mil from one to the other.
Yeah, they don't go.
But you can only use what you've got. You just have to make the best of what you've got. Like when you're on that corner, you said, I want this and not that. It's just a judgment call.
Yeah.
You've just got to judge it to the best you can. And obviously, if you're finding one brick 5 mil forward, you know, you might be better off switching the brick out.
Yeah.
But in the heat of the moment, when you're building a corner, it's quite easy to find yourself 5 mil forward, 1 or 2 bricks.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're thinking about keeping it upright and level. And then obviously you come back to it, you look at it, and you find that your joints are slightly out of plan. I mean, they're hardly noticeable to anyone else. Obviously, if you've got a critical eye, you want to be spot on.
Yeah. 100%.
But doing them, freehanding them piers up tomorrow, when we get to it, that'll be a good one for you.
Yeah, I think so.
What that'll do, what doing them piers will do is tweak your I've repeatedly said to you and explained it before, but a gentle hand.
Yeah.
Because when you plug one side, what you'll see, I mean, I don't know if you're going to say on videos and that, but what you'll see is they plumb up one side, oh, it's slightly out of plumb, tap, tap, tap. And then when they do that, what that does, it just sets it over.
Yeah.
So on the other side, your 13.5 inch pier, your brick and a half pier, what that'll do is back your other side in.
Yeah.
So having that gentle hand is just when you're putting the brick on, it's just not pushing the other one. It's like when you got that first brick off your profile,
Yeah.
and you run your next one into it. You know, quite often you'll find people hit that into the line, and then you'll look and it's on the line, and then obviously it's not running. The corner ain't going to be upright.
Yeah.
So it's just those little things and just the gentle little touches,
Yeah.
and to keep them square. Keep them square. And I mean, obviously the best way to keep it square is do the diagonal every now and then, just check. Obviously, it should be right when we get there tomorrow. I mean, I think they might be up nil here, nil there, but they should be there or thereabouts in the right field. And as long as you keep them diagonals right and your plums are right, you should be right. But what you'll find, you'll quite often see in some people's work, you'll see as the pier goes up, I'll exaggerate it, it goes out like that. So when you get to the top of the pier,
Yeah.
you'll find that people have got bigger joints at the top.
Yeah.
And they wonder why that is. It's because obviously it's not out. Because if you're doing a 300, it's never going to go in. You can't. It's either going to go one way or t'other, or both.
Yeah.
So that's something just to watch out. You're ready for it.
Got the skills.
I mean, I showed you a couple of things today, just little things. It's only minor little things, but once you put them into practice, like just that little less angle with your trowel when you feather,
Yeah.
makes a world of difference.
Yeah.